Hi, Hayden here, and this video is going to be about this nice little device that we found. They're basically child safety locks. They say toddler tested, proven stronger. These are from Safety First. That's F-A-E-T-Y and then First, okay, 1-S-T like that. And these are adhesive cabinet door, drawer and latches, cabinet and drawer latches. And they have this really unique thing on the side of them. This part here, okay, you see this white line at the top right there, okay, is part of the device. I'll show you in a minute on the other device. This is the other half of it right here that you reach in, push down with your finger, and you can open your door, okay? That's the way it works. But it's really easy to install these, and basically, this is how. You take your latch, okay, and you take the tape off the top part, and I'll show you this on the actual latch in a minute. You take the top part off, right? Place it on your cabinet where you want it to be, right? Once that's in place, let it sit there for a minute or two. Make sure it's nice and tight. Then, while the thing is still attached, this is attached to the top part of your door, and then you take the tape off the other part, close your door, and the thing stays in place. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We already tore into this one here, and let's take a look at how this works. Basically, the thing comes already assembled, ready to go. Now, when I say assembled, it's like, what do you mean by that? What needs to be assembled? Really nothing. What I'm saying is they have it set to where we can pre-position it. Assume that this is the top of the countertop here. If I open up this door a little bit, you'll be able to see the white line in there. Okay, so that white line right here that we see is the top of this piece of plastic right there. That's what we're looking at when we look in there. Okay, so when we see that, that's what we're looking at. And here's what we would look at if we're going to install it right here, which is impossible because this doesn't go under there all the way. So this is our cabinet door, and this is where it's going to stick, but in the cabinet door. All right, so you understand that real clear? All right, now you take the tape off the top, and note that there's two holes here and there's two holes back here, because you can use, they supply us with screws that if we wanted to, or if we had a toddler that's going to pull harder than a cat will, we can use these screws and put them into the woodwork. But we decided not to go that route just yet unless the cats can pull this thing apart. Then we'll go ahead and remount them with screws. But basically, you take the tape off the top, place it inside your door where you want it to be, all right? Then, because you remove the tape, stick it on there. It sticks well, okay? Lock's not coming off, and I don't think a cat's going to be able to pull it off. Then, while this is attached to the whole thing underneath the cabinet, right? You remove this piece of tape here, just simply close your door, wait a minute or two for the glue to set up, and then you can open up your door and put a little pressure on the latch on this part of it. Put a little pressure on this, you know, you get your thumb on the other side of the door, put a little pressure on that to make sure that that glue is set real well, test it out a couple of times, and then you are good to finish the process. I'll talk to you about that in a second. There is an unlocked thing. So when you're looking into your cabinet, you see that there's a little red thing. It's unlocked. You know it's unlocked because you just opened your cabinet and it worked real well. You just open it like normal, right? But once you have this thing all set up, it's all glued in place, and if you use the screws, you screw it in place as well for additional security. You take this entire device, grab it, you know, hold it steady and everything else, turn it around, right? Turn this thing around till it clicks into place, all right, just like that. Then it has the green lock symbol. So that when you open it up, you may be able to see that green lock thing a little bit in there, maybe not. See if you can see that green thing? Right there, there's a green dot. Just came into the picture. The door is locked, okay? So, and you know because you can't open your door, right? So that's actually where you push down in there. When you open your door and you see that little green lock, that's where you push your button, right there. You hold that down and the whole thing will tilt down. That's how good the glue is, because this takes a little bit of pressure to put that, you know, push down on that so that this will undo from the lock and slide out, all right? Now, let's go into the rest of that. Once you put that lock in place, right? This lock is in place, everything's there, and you shut the door. Once you shut the door, when you pull the door away, when it's in the unlocked position, right? It's in the unlocked position, you open up the door, this part's gonna separate, okay? And this part's gonna stay on the door. This part stays underneath the counter like you see right there, okay? Which would look like that right there, okay? This part comes away. Once you pull it away, you take these two little wings and you fold them down till they click into place, okay? They're staying there, and that's where they stay. They're only temporary in this position here so that we can position the thing where we needed to stick into place, all right? So that was really the ingenious part I liked about that. You know, it's guesswork, no nothing. You don't have to bounce around, check things out, measure it 10 times. There's no measuring, no nothing. Just make sure that this is not going to be in the way of anything under your cabinet. Make sure that the doors can open and close and everything else if it's in the position that you want it to be in. Once it is, glue the top part in place, pull the door apart, close the door. When you pull the door open, fold the little wings down, you're done, all right? Unless you want to add in the screws, you can add the screws in at a later time if you want. But I just wanted to share that with you. I thought this was a really, pretty ingenious device. And it's a safety first adhesive cabinet and drawer latches. We've actually used them for a while. We've had them on here for actually probably a couple of months now. And because our cats were getting into the closets, we have our paper towels in one of our cabinets, and we didn't really want the cats tearing that up. Oddly enough, we didn't want the cats tearing up our paper towels before we got to use them, right? Cats will make enough mess for us to be able to use our paper towels as we see fit later on down the road. But we don't really want them down there pre-shredding our paper towels underneath the cabinets. And we didn't want to have to hide them in a garage or some other locked door of some sort. So anyway, so that's it. This is just my review, my personal review. I've not been compensated or anything for that, for my disclaimer at the end. Nobody's paying me anything for that. That's just my own personal opinion. These things work pretty well, very well, for helping to protect our cats from getting into our cabinets and getting trapped and stuck and scared and stuff like that in there, or doing damage or making a mess underneath our cabinets. And I'm sure they work pretty well for toddlers as well. But Safety First on their website has plenty of different options or different devices that you can use for your own cabinet doors and drawers and things of that nature, right? So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like this video. Make a comment below. Let me know you came by to say hi. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate the growth on the network. And until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.